All right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday, and yeah, things do slow down a little bit here in the summertime. You may notice your emails, you're only getting one what I drank yesterday showing up on each email instead of three. But hey, probably a little easier for you, our wine drinking people, to keep up with all the drinking that we got going on here at the Wine Watch. All right, well, Cynthia was in with a lot of wines. I mean, she must think we're professionals here. Well, she knows this was her first job in the wine business, and we're always happy to see Cynthia. And she had some nice wines here, you know, the Cupani wines. We started out with a little Falanghina. Hey, what are you calling me? Hey, this is a grape varietal from Campania, and this is kind of like their entry-level wine. It's got a nice, pretty floral note to the pear and apple fruit, really fresh and clean bouquet here, and, you know, kind of a little Reggiano Parmesan cheese note to the nose after opening up for a little while. Kind of unique, but on the second day gone. Light and refreshing on the palate, clean, simple finish. Those pretty floral notes showing through at the end for 15 bucks. A nice little unique Italian white. Next up, the Straight Line Sauvignon Blanc from Santa Barbara. And this is an avid skier, I'm guessing. That's the package. If you look at the label there, that's what it looks like. And a little lower in alcohol, 13.8. Hey, that's a little low for California. Not for the rest of the world. But this one's got some lovely fruit to it. Melon and fig. Really nice ripeness on the nose. White flowers. A touch of that green grassy note you get from Sauvignon Blanc, but kind of disappears as it opens. Nice ripe melon and some zesty pink grapefruit citrus coming in at the end, leaving the tongue salivating for food, even though it's got a lot of ripe fruit. Still some nice acidity here at the end. Really nice mid-palate in this wine. It seems to crescendo almost at the end. Really builds on your palate. And on the second day, kind of a light butterscotch note coming out, but a nice creaminess to this wine. A really good little Sauvignon Blanc from Santa Barbara, 27 bucks. All right, the Saintsbury Carneros Brown Ranch. We've got the brother, the Pinot Noir over here. This is a single vineyard wine from the famous Carneros region, and it's got some nice lemon drop candy fruit, green apple, a little briny kind of minerally note there too. A little touch of oak too, but fairly light. A lot of minerality coming through here in this wine, and a bit of a musky note on the first day, but that disappears on the second day, just the fruit shining through. Really opened up nicely on the palate. Also, this wine's got nice richness and a nice structure, nice acidity here, holding everything together. Nice touch of oak, not too much. Nice freshness here, an excellent bottle of Chardonnay at 54 bucks. The Pinot Noir's 52, pretty close. All right, we got a little Tempranillo up next, Vinos de Madrid, which, yeah, this is a really light Tempranillo for 8 bucks. This is what I call cooking wine, but not bad, nice balance. Ripe berry fruit, making it somewhat pleasant. All right, the Cupani Nero Diavolo up next, and this is a new IGP. Try to keep up with the Italian wine label laws, I dare you. And Siciliano, Terra Siciliano is this new IGP, and this wine's made from purchased fruit. Really simple berry fruit here as well. Some black, earthy kind of notes here. Really fruity and forward on the tongue. Smooth tannins. Nice freshness here. A good little wine for 15 bucks. And then the Aglianico from Bienventano. Must be another new DO or IGT or from, I don't know, I gotta look at the bottles closer. Anyways, this is from Campania. Aglianico, kind of the Barolo of the South, what they compare it to. But this is a rather simple one. Still has some of that blackberry fruit and some floral notes and a certain rustic note to it. That black, fresh plowed earth and a bit of an animal note. But really smooth and easy drinking for an Aglianico. Maybe some dry tannins coming on the finish, but this is a really entry-level wine. So there's a little bit of the dryness, like I said, but some nice fruit there. 15 bucks good. All right, the Straight Line Tempranillo from California. Well, Tempranillo from California. Clear Lake and Lodi is where this wine comes from. And this wine's got a bit of an herbal and kind of floral nuance to that wild strawberry fruit. Definitely reminiscent of Tempranillo. A good example of this viral from California. Really bright red berry fruit, pretty floral notes. Into that raw meat character you get from this varietal and Ribeiro del Duero also. But in firm acidity also holding things in place. An excellent little Tempranillo from California. Did I say that? At $28.50. All right, Batasiolo Barolo. Now we're talking the king of wines here. This 2009 has a classic bouquet. Tobacco, dried earth, truffle, rose petal, tar, camphor, light red cherry fruit. Really nice forward vintage, this 2009, but still Barolo. This wine needs a little time. Got some dry tannins here at the end, but a lot of everything else nicely balanced. A great example of an entry-level Barolo, and hey, great wines you can keep for 20 years in your cellar, 57 bucks. All right, the Owen Rowe Abbott's Table from Columbia Valley. I'll call this an eclectic blend. Lemberger, Malbec, Zinfandel, and Sangiovese. Sounds like a train wreck to me, but the wine's got a really unique nose here. It's kind of some fine herbs and earth and black and red berry fruits. Nice amount of sweet fruit showing through on the palate. Definitely a nice entry-level wine. Very good, though. Very well balanced. That sweet herb, floral note shown at the end at $28.50 if you're into that weird stuff. All right, and then the Big Basin Vineyards Homestead Red. From California. The winery is located in the Santa Cruz Mountains, but I'm guessing Grenache, Syrah, Mourvedre. They're getting it from somewhere in the Central Coast, and it is sourced. Only 14 barrels produced, so limited production. And, this wine's got some nice fresh berry fruit, some dried flowers, herbs, black licorice, some dark cocoa notes, a hint of that wild game you get from that Mourvedre. A big and chewy wine on the tongue, a lot of sweet berry pie-like fruit, and that spice and floral nuance on the finish, and a good bit of tannins here as well. For $42, maybe just a little expensive. I mean, I like the wine, but I wanted to like it more for that price. All right, and then the Elio Peroni Moscato di Asti, one of my favorite wines for an aperitif or for dessert. Slightly sweet, slightly frizzante, lovely fresh peaches and honeysuckle floral aromas. Really juicy wine on the palate, that peach and apple, but pretty floral notes and still fresh at the end. Like that light little spritz refreshing your palate. At $18.75, an incredible value. Mix it with a little Robitussin, you get an incredible buzz from that. All right, I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.